today's live readings. Today we are doing true love readings. What does that mean for you? What's going on in your love life that you need some advice? Let me grab our Palo Santo this morning and let's just come together united. Sometimes love is very fun, sometimes not so much. Sometimes romantic love seems like the answer. Wouldn't that be great if you had someone who is completely into you? Other times it's a family member. There's something broken in your love relationships. So we're kind of an equal opportunity true love reading this morning. And I'm going to pick our cards in a moment. And the first thing I notice is the Palo Santo is a little shy about getting lit this morning. And what that always indicates to me is that there's somebody here watching who feels a little burnt by love and a little afraid to jump into the fire again. I don't blame you. Love can be very thrilling and very disappointing. And that's all in one date, right? But let's just welcome in the angels and guides, the parts of you that are wanting that true love, that touch of the kind of love that you know is real and it's for you and it's arriving soon. Welcome, welcome everyone. Let's see what love message there is for us today. So I have not picked the piles yet. That's what we're going to do first. So let me just give it another quick ruffle and we'll have our piles. We're going to pick 3 piles. There will be a true love reading for 3 people. Excuse me. Remember, in a collective reading, what you do is hold your desire in your mind. What is it you're wanting when it comes to true love? And then you will find yourself drawn to one of these cards. So what do we have? This is card number 1, pile 1. Let me move my furniture out of the way here. Pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Okay. I am excited to see what we have for you, my friends. Pile number 1, we have manifestation. Interesting. Are you a meditator by chance? Pile number 2, we have commitment, which makes me think instantly of fear of commitment. Have you been drawn to people who are emotionally unavailable? What does commitment mean to you? And our third one, serendipity. I love that word. Serendipity, when things show up out of the blue, unexpected, we call it serendipity. So pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Are you ready for some messages? I am. Let's get started. First of all, this little star followed its way as I moved the cards, and so what I know for sure is that some people need healing. The star is always the sign of healing. And in a way, I feel with this manifestation card, that's kind of what's going on for you, pile 1. I feel like you have the ability to create the love that you're wanting. But right now, everything is inside. And I feel like you may have been in a time of separation from relationships because you have wanted to be careful that the next person that you attract is going to be a better match than what you've known before. And I don't blame you because it's hard to move on from a past love. However, look at this figure. Look at how much peace she's in. Look at how relaxed her posture is. This is showing someone who is ready for love. So pile 1, good news for you. Let's see what the tarot has to support your story. What do you need to know? What are your next steps when it comes to manifesting what you're wanting? So it's our first card, and our second, and our third. What's the story you have for my friends today? And we have the King of Pentacles. And The Three of Wands. Yep, this energy is lining up exactly with what I was thinking. And the Page of Pentacles. Wow. Okay, so the Pentacles are the cards that teach us about our money energy. A lot of people know that. But the other meaning of the Pentacle suit is the things that are surrounding our lives, including our relationships. Okay, so for pile one, this is showing that things are working out and things are coming together. So the first thing I suggest for you is that affirmation that says, things are always working out for me. It wouldn't hurt yourself a bit to walk around today saying out loud, things are always working out for me. You have the tools you need. Look at this person who's ready to surf. She's ready to surf on the waves of the sea. How do I know that? She's carrying a surfboard, right? She's got exactly what she needs to go forward, just like you. You have created within yourself more peace and well-being than you've had in a long, long time. You are holding your energy in a beautiful way. This reminds me of the Queen of Wands energy, mainly because of these sunflowers. But the issue here is the openness to take a risk. You have healed yourself from your past relationships. Your ability to forgive and release people is what makes you so attractive. People sense that about you. They sense they can trust who you are. You are coming across as very sincere. You are ready for your King of Pentacles. Now, mind you, this is not about gender. It's just the energy of the cards. But this is a very mature, ready person. This is somebody who is a match to you, taking responsibility for the past, understanding they had a role in what failed in their relationships, all right? So if pile one, what this energy is showing you is that you need to keep going forward. You need to come out of yourself some and be more social. Open your eyes. Love is safe. Come out of hiding. You are much more attractive than you think you are. The Page of Pentacles, this is a student. This is someone who is an eager to learn how to get the best out of life and the best out of themselves. No question, pile number one, if you were drawn to this manifestation card, you are looking at something coming in for you over the summer. There's just no doubt about it. You've done the work and it's time for you to reap the rewards. Here is my Avalon Magic deck, and I've been kind of flashing it because I love it, and I'm going to grab a quick blessing for you from this deck to confirm what's going on for you. If you feel stuck and you don't know what to do next, you're saying, okay, Catherine, awesome. Thank you for telling me that, but how do I move forward? There are several books that are real good about manifesting a soulmate. One of them is called The Soulmate Secret by Ariel Ford. It's kind of like a recipe book. It gives you the exact steps that you need to follow from soulmate manifestation. Okay, so let's take a peek here. And what is the card that is popping out for your blessing, pile number one? All right, let's look. Okay, beautiful. What I noticed first of all is the red hair and the red hair. And I also noticed that her eyes are closed and her eyes are open. So to me, it's a confirmation of you needing to open your eyes and believe. Let's see what your blessing says. The light that you are seeking is already within you. Follow those things that bring peace to your soul. Absolutely. One of the things that I tell people is that it's not likely that your next partner is going to come to your door. Now, I did have a client who started to date the UPS guy, and I'll always tell that story when I do readings. But the fact is, you do need to say yes to social invitations. Whatever somebody asks you to, no more saying no. Say yes. Let your friends know that you're looking, okay? Excellent, excellent energy. Pile number one. I'm kind of jealous of your energy, pile one, because I wouldn't mind meeting some new, exciting people in my life also. All right, pile number two. Welcome to your reading. You selected the commitment card. And the very first thing that I notice here are these two beautiful swans who are they're facing each other. They make a heart, don't they? But I also see this idea of butting heads, that they're butting heads. So I feel like in your situation, pile number two, you're involved with someone who doesn't seem to be as committed as you are. And it's painful to have that happen, because how do you know? Should you stay? Should you go? Is this worth your effort to keep trying so hard when you're not getting the commitment that you're asking for? My gut feeling is that this is simply a communication miss, that the two of you guys, look at how the hearts, the little chests, the hearts are not hitting each other, but their heads are closer. So I feel like one or both of you is too much in your head, okay? Too much thinking. And you know what? You can't predict the future of whether or not you're going to have problems with your person. Every relationship has difficulty. I'm wondering, somebody's asking me what deck it is, and that I can show you. This True Love, this deck is the True Love Oracle, and this deck is the Light Seers Tarot. But at any rate, one of you is too much in your head, the other one is frustrated. So let's see what's going on here with commitment. Pile number two. Okay. All right, let's see. I'm seeing this one right here. And this one. And this one. Okay, let's see what the cards have to say for our commitment people. Pile number two. And we have, exactly. Look at that. I always think about this with those crows right by her head. Caw, 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 caw. All of this pulling at her mind. Remember, these are not about gender. It's just the energy of the card. But yes, definitely some unnecessary thinking. Too much thinking. And the Queen of Swords. This energy is the butting heads energy. Let me turn our third card and then we'll explain. Okay, this is excellent, you guys. Pile number two, there's a real lesson here for you. This is cool. You have two twos. Twos are about making a decision. We have these two heads. There's all kinds of energy, pile two, on making the best choice for you. All right. So let me just pause for a second. Hold on. When I look at this Queen of Swords, this is someone who can be a little bit sharp, who is sure of herself. She is absolutely sure that she knows what she wants, and she's not going to give up. She's not going to give in. But the problem is, I got to pull this card closer so you can see. Look at that little cup in the corner in jail. See that? The cups are the suit of your emotions. There's something about how you're handling this relationship that's keeping love in a little box, that you are actually holding your heart away from something in this relationship. Your person sees you as closed. Does that surprise you? Do you feel like you have been very clear about what you want from your person? That shows us that your thoughts are what's really troubling you here. You are playing ping pong inside, back and forth and back and forth, and you're making yourself so anxious. And guess what? Your person is picking up on that anxiety too. So what is the solution if you're an overthinker? Number one, there's a guy on YouTube I love. His name is Jimmy on Relationships. He gives lots of lessons about how to get along, and I love him. He even puts on a wig and acts like the female partner and talks to himself as the male partner. But it's all about getting to know what compromise is for you and how to do it. I add a resource into the comments when the timestamps come forward for this live reading, and I call it the solution because it's a technique for you to change your story a little bit and grow some confidence about this connection. I don't think you're in the wrong place. I think that the dilemma that you're having, this problem of how do you decide, you feel a little concerned. Maybe there's some control issues going on. Maybe there's some fear and doubt in both of you. But on the other hand, there's tremendous opportunity here. With the Two of Pentacles, there's lightheartedness in a choice. Can you see the energy is so different? The Queen of Swords in the center, in charge of everything. I'm noticing that this red flag, in fact, let me grab my baby tarot here. I want to know a little bit about this love in jail. What is the part about this? Is your partner incarcerated? Somebody watching this video, your partner might be incarcerated. And if that's the case, it is tough to decide. Do you want to stay? Man, that's a deep issue. It might be something you would want to get a private reading for. And if you like these cards, when you order your reading, just let me know and I'll use them for you. But let's take a peek. What is this fear and doubt about commitment? Why are these twos being duplicated? What is the message for our dear pile two? Okay. What do we need to know? What? Okay, and Five Pentacles. Okay, so something inside of you is fearful of missing out, fearful that everybody else gets to have what you want. So that is definitely showing me why she's so strong. She's like, I will not be in this position again. I will not go through this pain. The problem is that when you meet a new person, it's always going to have moments of fear. You don't come together with another human and expect them never to make a mistake. One of the things you can ask yourself, if you're a bit of a if you're a bit of a perfectionist, if you're a bit hard on yourself, that might be a sign that you need to loosen up what it is you're expecting from your relationships, okay? And then we have the Three of Pentacles. These pentacles are all about working it out. They're about working out your relationship. Cups are the suit of emotion, but what's coming out in support is working on your skill set when it comes to connecting. There's another resource online that I find very helpful for people who are like anxious when you're with someone, or your anxiety gets triggered when you think about relationships. And that lady is Emma. She is therapy in a nutshell, and she's very helpful with anxiety and trying to connect with someone when you do feel fearful of making the wrong choice. And then let's draw one more, and the Ace of Wands. I really appreciate this card coming out right now because this is a powerful reminder that when you decide, yes, I'm gonna stick this out. This is right for me right now. I cannot see myself moving on from this situation. The Ace of Wands is the promise of a fresh, hot, juicy start. All right, so this is my gut feeling for you, pile two. I feel like your person and you are both thinkers, and you've gotten yourself in a bit of a jam because the mind is not enough to support your goals right now. Your mind is doubtful and feeling insecure. So I highly recommend that you do take a peek at Jimmy on Relationships. Get some basic communication skills. Practice some new ways of being with your person because you don't want to give up on this one. This one has so much potential for you. And if you don't continue to let it evolve, when you move to another person, guess what? All of this stuff comes walking right back into your next relationship. Okay, so excellent reading. You have some work to do, pile two. But again, if you work at changing your own skills around relationship, you're going to radiate so much confidence to your person. All right, so let's take a look at our Avalon Magic card. This is what we're using today for your blessing. So let me just shuffle up. And if this has woken up some questions in you, you can reach out. My contact information is in the comment box. Excuse me, it will be. Right now it's in the description. And I would love to read cards for you privately. I can see that there's lots of concern about this, and I understand. We want to make the right choice in our relationships. We don't want to have pain, and we don't want to cause pain. But sometimes our past can kind of be a wrinkle. I was reaching for this one there. Sometimes our past can be a wrinkle holding us apart from our future. And here we have this beautiful card. And yeah, when I look at this face, I see the energy of these twos. Did you know that the hardest thing to deal with is being indecisive? Once you make the decision, everything becomes easier. But let's take a look at your blessing. When you allow your inner light to shine and connect with your divine spark, there is a surge of love of self that can override all fear. Pile two, this is so your card. You have something here that is special. And it is scary because love has been painful in the past. The part of you that needs to work this out, you'll be well served to use my journaling technique. It's called the solution. There's another little machine. I call it a machine because it's actually something you create your new future with. It's a storytelling technique, and it's called the soulmate generator. You're going to find a link to the soulmate generator in the comments when I put the timestamps in. And for you, pile two, I think that's going to be your answer so that you can rehash and recycle. That's a good word for it. That you can recycle your old story by putting it into this form. You can turn the energy around and make a really sound decision with this new person. This person is not maybe not ideal. Maybe you get frustrated and you don't really want to go forward. But the universe is saying, no, honor your commitment now. Otherwise, you will attract similar issues in your next relationship. It may not be fair, but it's just the way it is. Okay, so let's take a look at our third pile today. Welcome, pile three. And we have the Serendipity card. And here, I love this card because this is a card of I call it like a solidly single person. I got some dust on my table. Anyway, this is a single person who loves their single life. They are very content. They're floating along. They're exploring life. They maybe have been divorced for a while, or maybe they've been without a partner for a while and life has looked good. It's been fine. And you might say to me, Catherine, the reason I tuned into this love reading was because I was curious, but to tell you the truth, I'm actually fairly content. So pile three, guess what? You never know. I love this card because here she's coming out around a corner. She's going to be turning a corner. And I would ask you, pile three, how happy are you really? Are you single because you gave up? Are you single because you decided being single was the best way to go? But there's this little tiny itch, this itty bitty feeling. What if I met someone who I liked to hang out with? What if that happened? Could my life be better? So this reading is for you, pile three. You're content. Things are good. So why are you here, right? Okay. So let's pull our tarot. I can't wait to see. I love this card for you because I have found so much serendipity in my life when I find myself in the right place at the right time. Another thing that works if you're a happily single is that you will meet friends and you will meet people along the way that satisfy your needs for connection. All right, so let's draw our tarot. And we have there's card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3. Okay. Let's see with our lucky person, serendipity. Yes, this energy, this energy is a match to me because 7 of Wands, she's just made some decisions. She's made some decisions to take care of herself. She's turned her back on things that have troubled her. And I love this bubble because it shows to me meditation works. I have a challenge going on this month where I'm challenging people to meditate even 5 to 10 minutes every day in June when they first get up, just to start to learn what it feels like to have a very heavy, relaxed body. When you begin to know what it feels like to be physically relaxed, you're going to learn a different way of experiencing your body. This is particularly true for any of you like me who might have anxiety or certainly the desire to make other people happy. And when people aren't happy, it can be a drain for certain sensitive types. That's why they may pick being single, and they may spend their life with animals and spiritual beings, angels, because that makes them feel whole. However, you wouldn't be watching this if you were whole without someone to be close to you. So the 7 of Wands energy is very strong, very purposed, and closed. All right, look at how she's turned. So let's take a look at what else is here for us, pile 3. Yes, okay, Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands did show up in pile 2. So if you're drawn to the pile 2 card that was commitment, you might want to take a look at it and see how the Ace of Wands played out. The Ace of Wands is an explosive energy. It's a sexual energy. So this makes me think that yes, your life is going just terrific the way it is, but there's a part of you wanting something else. Notice that both of these figures have their eyes closed, but when I look at this one, I see the trace of a tear going down her face. So the idea of coming out of what has hurt you, coming out of being defensive, having defensive energy, and be able to honor the part of yourself that wants to create something. Pile 3, a part of you feels held back, and not held back by anything but you, because you made a choice once to be single. And this reminds me of me. Maybe this is my reading. Thank you for watching along. But what could be missing? What might happen if you opened yourself up? Why is it so easy for you right now to look at your heart of hearts and investigate? Are you ready for a connection? And your pile 3, yes, the Hierophant. The Hierophant is a couple of things. First of all, this is the card of marriage. So I do feel, pile 3, that even though you may feel content in your singleness, you do have a future with someone. You're being asked to stop, let this stage pass of being defensive and taking such careful care of yourself that nobody can get in, because the power behind you, the divine spark, if your highest good will be served by connecting to another human, it is the divine in you that will make it happen. There's something going on for you, pile 3. There is a part of you that longs for connection. This is an ascension card. What do I mean by that? It's a time to expand yourself and your vision. I notice the colors here are the same as her hair, the same as the angel. You're not expected to produce something other than you are. You're being invited to keep your eyes open, looking for the person who's going to be coming to you. Let me just grab my baby tarot here. and mix. Let me just bring, I'm just curious about the timing. What do you have for pile 3 in this again, pile 3, this is for a person who's content being single. You know what, if I were to spin this to somebody that had a partner, this could be that your partner feels that you are too independent. If you're thinking to yourself, well, I'm not single, but I live like a single person. A lot of times couples, after a while, they're living side by side, parallel lives. If that's you and you felt defensive because your person refuses to join you in a more intimate chapter of your lives, again, there's a part of you that desires it. You do not want to give up on the idea that you can attain the closeness that you want. You need to ascend. You need to take your feelings and your thoughts about what was marriage, what does it mean to be in a committed couple, and rearrange your thoughts, okay? So, but let's, that's Murphy. Murphy. Wait, let me close the door. Sorry, guys. I try to train him not to bark during readings, but that's not going so good. All right, so let's take a look here. What about the timing? Is this happening soon? Let's just draw a card and see what the cards have to say about timing. And oh, I love this. The Page of Pentacles. So what that shows me is everything's in process. Everything is exactly as it should be. You are going through a lot of inner processing and you're learning. What is it that you need to know about yourself to be a really good partner? And the Page of Pentacles is your sign that that's exactly what's going on. A good reference, I've given it to all 3 piles, is Jimmy on Relationships on YouTube. He's wonderful, simple, great sense of humor. His videos, especially the shorts, I highly recommend, because if you listen to what he says, it should shake up your system a little bit. It should release you from some of these defensive postures, because nobody means to hurt anybody in a relationship. Why do I say that? Because when you all first met, you were at least polite to each other, right? And with the right kind of skills, you can build something. So if you're single, you have to open yourself up, say yes to social invitations, be willing to learn more about what it is you can change in yourself to be a great partner. If you're already in a couple, don't accept that what I call fake independence, because you have a person. You need to put you down your defenses. Take a look. I'll put in this, timestamps will be posted, and there's a resource called the Soulmate Generator. I highly recommend it for you. Okay, now I have here my what is my picture? This is the Avalon Magic deck, and I'm going to draw a blessing for you, pile 3. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this reading, hit the thumbs up, be sure to subscribe, and then they will notify you every time I go live. All right, so let me give these one more ruffle. Okay, and let's open the deck. Each one different, each one a different blessing. And I'm spotting this one. This one. This is the one I want to pull out. Ooh, that's beautiful. Okay, pile 3, let's see what your blessing is. Access your deep feminine intuition and allow new possibilities to flow. All right, so what I'm seeing here is that whatever your gender, there are feminine and masculine aspects in every human. The feminine nature is a receptive nature. The masculine nature is a productive nature. So this card is calling you to receive and to be able to be willing to be open and receive. Okay, so when I look at the Serendipity card, and she does look content on her own adventuring, but there's a part of the heart that refuses to be seen. So there's a part of the heart that wants to have something else when it comes to connection. How interesting. Now, the easiest way to test this out, pile 3, is keep your eyes open. Do not say no to social invitations. Let yourself consider doing things and going places that you haven't gone before. Okay, so that's what I have for you, my dear pile 3. Thank you so much for joining me for today's readings. I'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Every morning I'm coming out to give these readings. If there's any particular questions that you have, or you'd like me to do a reading about something, just drop a comment and I'll be happy to include that in the upcoming readings. Go forth and prosper today, my friends, and remember that everything is always working out for you, even when you don't believe it. I love you guys. Have a beautiful day. Bye.